Good morning, everyone. I'm just going to make a quick video because I got on my YouTube and all I see is all these um, crazy videos that have these exciting uh, storylines to catch you. And you click on it, and it's not all that. It's not all that. And I forgot what they call it. Clickbait. That's what it is. It baits you to click it on because that's what gets them paid. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's a mystery. But and just like this one that you hear it all the time. Oh, Trump made the most disastrous, most dangerous speech ever. You say that every time you make a speech. So what makes this one different from the last disastrous speech? But you have to click on to see what it was. But what I want to talk about is a lot of, not too much, but enough about the Project 2025. And I heard this one representative, I forgot her name, but she said that this Project 2025 is taking us back to the Jim Crow laws. And I thought about Donald, Brian Donalds, when he went around telling, the big upset about him saying that black families were better off during Jim Crow. Now, what would make a black man say that? Project 25. It had already schooled these black people into thinking that your people would be better off if we went back to Jim Crow law. Now, what was about Jim Crow that families was together? Did it have anything to do with they had just got off of the plantation and that's all they had was each other? Never mind all the stuff that they went through, all the hangings and the prison and not having adequate food or adequate jobs. That doesn't matter as long as the family is together. And by those families being together during Jim Crow, did they thrive any better? Did they do anything different? No, he didn't say. But what I remember, families were together during the 50s when the dad had good paying factory jobs and the mother was able to get jobs as secretaries. That's when I remember that the families was together, but he brought up Jim Crow. So evidently they've been grooming these black folks with this 2025 project. And I also want to talk about, these rash of crime stealing out of these stores. You know what's that about? They are recruiting these young black people, promising them gold tennis shoes if they steal this stuff and they sell it on these websites, eBay, Amazon, Facebook, stores, and they get crumbs. Yeah. And it makes us all look bad. Because I heard this Trump supporter mention that as the crime going up. They don't never look behind the curtains. They only see what's on the front stage. They don't see who's pulling the string. And it's a darn shame. You just don't you just don't know what's next. But I want us as black people is to start thinking of our own project, own project 2025 and more and longer that would help us help these young ones do better. Because if we are depending on these young kids that's coming around now to defend our civil rights and make our future better, where we won't be singing "We Shall Overcome" and "Black Lives Matter" and all that stuff, we are in deep trouble. Because they can be easily swayed with some gold tennis shoes. And then the other hand, the other ones are so criminal minded. Oh, if we don't do something quick, we it's gonna be worse than Jim Crow. Because they got a gigantic book. They have data, they have everything. They've been watching us, all minorities. They've been watching us, they've been studying us to our downfall. And why don't somebody just answer one simple question? Why do you hate black people? Why do you hate people? Why do you hate yourself? Because you want to do all this stuff. You want to start wars and start uh what do you say, revolution and all this stuff. But are you saying you're not gonna die? Your family's not gonna get killed? You don't care about dying. You don't care about your family dying. And these black folks, they are helping these people implement their own demise just for a buck. It's crazy, but it's true. And it is something that can be done about it. We need to take heed to our forefathers, what they were trying to do. We need to start looking into Marcus Garvey, the Black Panthers, um, Harriet Tubman, and Sojourner Truth, and Ida Wells. All of them was giving us a blueprint on how to get out of this mess. But what we do, we let money take us off our task, take us away from getting back what was stolen from us and getting back to our original self. Let's get back on track and get away from the clicks, clack, and clack and start talking to one another, making plans, making a project to keep the hope alive. Thank you for listening.